Hello everybody, welcome to a little vlog. Welcome to a new vlog. This is a post TFNation 2023 vlog, I guess. I haven't done any vlogs since getting home. This is the first chance I've really had to kind of sit down and reflect on things. And well, since all basically I've been making a lot of videos recently on the TFNosy channel, my other channel, my main channel. Since getting home, I've done my post TFNation vlog, which was for this channel, as you're watching now. So that's that, and then I've done my all my thoughts video and my haul on my TFNosy channel, my main channel, and also I uploaded the other day my first review since getting home as well on the channel, my Transformers review. So let me just, there we go. So yeah, I've been pretty busy with the video side of things, and so my vlog channel has pretty much been left second, even though since I uploaded my post TFNation vlog, there's been nothing else since. So here we are. But yeah, just felt like turning the camera on and having a bit of a chinwag, and just talk. Even though essentially I'm going to kind of alliterate a little bit on what I said in my post thoughts of TFNation 2023 video. If anybody's interested on this channel, I know this channel is separate to my main channel. I try to keep things separate, even though I did do a TFNation vlog for this channel. But that's why basically anything special, anything that regards me having to travel to somewhere, and also my traveling videos, like holiday videos, things of that nature, are for this channel. I have kind of been thinking a little bit whether to start uploading my TFNation vlogs. I have been considering whether to start uploading them to my main channel or whether to just keep them to this channel. I'm not overly unsure. I'm not too sure what to do with that. I mean, to be honest, it would be a bit of a messing around to do that, because I don't really, in order to do that, I would have to somehow get the videos that are already uploaded. I would have to somehow get them off of YouTube before I deleted them and then re-uploaded them. But the thing is, it would mess everything up, because they've already been viewed, they've already been commented on. So there's no real point of messing around. I don't want to kind of mess things up like that. It would confuse things. So I don't know what to do for future. I don't know whether from 2024, TFNation 2024 next year, I don't know whether to just start uploading my vlogs on my main channel, and just, the ones that are already uploaded to this channel will stay. It's kind of like an archive thing for me to look back on for memories and everything. So they're not going to go anywhere on this channel. But I'm thinking whether from next year's TFNation, because it is Transformers related, it's relating to my hobby, and this channel was more or less meant as a separate thing entirely. It wasn't really meant to kind of be it wasn't meant to be a channel talking about anything relating to my main channel, because I wanted to keep them separate channels, if that makes sense. I wanted to try and keep them separate. Even though, like I say, I mean, the vlogs, end of the day, that's the whole idea of this channel, is John Knows Vlogs. It's a vlog channel. It's a channel like now doing, for discussion, talking about certain things, personal and also good things, personal, bad things, whatever. It's that sort of channel where it's the real me. Even though saying that, my TFNosy channel, it has always been really me. I don't put on an act. I don't work off a script. I don't script my videos. All my videos are spontaneous. They're just literally recorded, edited, and uploaded. There's literally nothing to them at all in regards to preparation or anything like that. So basically, I wanted to try and keep both of my channels, this one and my TF Nosy channel, I wanted to try to keep them separate. You know, they are utilising a certain thing. My TF Nosy channel is everything to do with my hobbies, my, you know, toy collecting, my Transformers reviews, films, anything to do with films, movies, anything to do with what I enjoy and love is dedicated to that channel. This channel is mostly supposed to be about travelling, basically holiday related stuff, maybe going to a music festival, things of that nature, like I did my Download Festival vlogs when I went to Download. That is something I would like to do again in the future, so, but I don't know whether it's going to happen next year, I don't know. I'm not going to put any money on it yet. I would love to do it next year. I have actually been invited again and to join a friend of mine who went this year, earlier this year, to actually share with them and her friends and everything. So I have actually been invited along again, but it's just whether I can actually afford to do it or not. Because next year, me and Smithy are thinking about doing another holiday abroad, which could actually put my TFNation Minicon plans on hold for now. Because end of the day, if we do decide to go abroad again, I would have to somehow prioritize my money and put it to where to things that are, you know, a lot more, you know, to prioritize and save up for the holiday, because the holiday is going to take up. I mean, end of the day, I've got an entire year to start to save for the holiday. I've got an entire year to sort money out for TFN in for next year as well, and whatever else comes up in the meantime. I mean, me and Smithy are thinking of doing Liverpool for a couple of days as well next year, so that's another load of money. I just simply don't have enough cash to spread around too many things. I mean, I get enough holidays a year for me to kind of factor in certain things I would like to do. Download Festival's a 5-day thing. Well, it doesn't have to be. It's either a 5-day thing or a 4-day thing. It generally depends on things. Well, I say that because this year's Download Festival this year, that's come and gone. Basically, Download Festival this year, that's come and gone. It was basically, what can I say? It was a special 5-day event, so essentially it would have been a 6-day thing. So a lot of people that were camping probably would have turned up the day before in order to get sorted, find the pitch where they need to be pitched, sort the tents out, things of that nature, and then just, you know, start from there. So a lot of people would have travelled up the day before, which makes sense. So it would have been a 6-day thing. So that's 6 days being at the festival. So I would have to also somehow sort out some time off it when I get home, because I'm not going to be in any sort of shape whatsoever for going straight back to work after a 5-day festival, which if I'd have gone this year, it would have been 5 days of not much sleep whatsoever, because it would have just been consistently just walking about, standing a long time, and obviously enjoying some great bands. But it would have been a very, very long 4 or 5 days or so. So, but this year, the Download Festival this year will be back to its regular. Will be back to its regular, just its 3 days, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which are when the main headliner bands and everything start and play. So it'll be back to just being a 4-day event. Where, you know, people travelling up the Thursday to pitch the tents and everything, and then Friday, Saturday, Sundays when everything kicks off properly. But whether that happens, I don't know. I will let you guys know. I will keep you all updated on possible plans for the upcoming year. As for this year, I do have a small convention coming up next month in September, but it's right at the very end. So it's end of September, going into the first couple of days of October. So it's a little convention I'm going to in Nottingham, along with Sam and Lawrence, that people know from TFN. So yeah, basically I'm thinking about, obviously I've already got the ticket for that, but I need to sort out my money for the hotel. I still need to pay Sam back for my side of the hotel room, which I'm gonna have to sort out within the next couple of weeks, or 2 or 3 weeks at least. And travel as well for that. But obviously Nottingham's a lot closer for me. It's not as far. It's only about 2 or 3 hours or so on the coach or whatever, or by car or whatever, or by train. So that's something I need to sort out, which is coming up relatively quickly. And that's literally everything. I've got nothing else planned. So I've got a week off. I've got a week off to incorporate the convention in for Nottingham. Got a week holiday off again, and then I'm off again for another week in November, which is over the dates of my birthday, and that's it pretty much for all my holidays I've got booked so far this year. Well, I've got booked this year, so that's all my holidays pretty much booked. So yeah, not the little convention I'm going to in Nottingham. That's for the weekend. That's literally the next thing planned that I'm doing this year, which I will be which I don't know whether I'm going to do anything vloggy wise for the Nottingham one. It is literally just a small affair. It's just like a little Comic Con-y thing that's happening in Nottingham. It's just a little convention thing that me, Sam and Lawrence have been thinking about going for a while. So that's that. So I don't really think it warrants a vlog. I mean, I might do something, I don't know. We'll just see. But don't expect anything for that. But that is at least something that is definitely coming up for this year. But everything else, I can't book any time off for anything for next year until January, because January is when all my holiday allowance updates and restarts again. So once we get the year out the way, Christmas and everything, and we get into January, then I can start to put my holiday requests in for August and whatever else. Whenever we decide to go away, because we don't know when. Basically, the whole thing about going abroad again next year, I don't know what month it's going to be. We really need to go to a travel agent and see where we want to go, see what prices is going to be like, so we can actually start to do the process again. So yeah, so it's going to be all full of fun and games. It's going to be all fun and games. Yeah, I just don't have, I would love to do download again, but I can't see that happening at all, because if me and Smithy are thinking about going abroad literally every fucking year, which it's looking like, it's just going to be near on impossible for me to afford to do TFN, then download. Yeah, people might just say to me now, why don't you just not do TFN and do download instead? But the problem is, I enjoy doing TFNation. TFNation for me is the highlight for me every year. I can't see me going a year without anything TFN related, whether it's the mini-con or whether it's the main one. I certainly can't do without doing the main one in August, because it's when I get to see everybody. I don't get to see most people for a whole entire year. And it's a highlight for me. TFNation, the main one in August, is my highlight of the year, next to whatever else I hopefully do and plan to do. I mean, to be honest, money has actually, I have been able to spread money, my money quite well this year, because I've been abroad. I went to TFN Minicon in March, March this year. I went to TFN Minicon. I went abroad, and then I went to TFNation this year. So I've been able to do free events with pretty, not that much time between each other, really. I mean, obviously the TFN Minicon was in March, so there was a gap between March and then going abroad and TFN and everything. But yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. I would love to do a download again because I do love my music and everything, and I would love to do it again. But whether I can warrant it or afford to do it, I don't know. It generally depends. It really does depend of how much I can put away and how much I can save, because but you can't do everything. You simply can't do everything. You can only do so much. I mean, if I won the lottery, then yeah, if I won the Euros or won the lotto or whatever, and I won an X amount of money, then I could afford to do whatever I wanted throughout the year. I could literally go wherever I wanted. I could probably go to Japan. I could probably go to the countries I've always wanted to go to, the places I've always wanted to go to, and check out all the different festivals that happen over the year as well. I'd be able to do as much as I possibly could, but unfortunately, I haven't won the lottery, so like everybody, I can only do so much with my cash. But yeah, so getting back on track a little bit, I got massively waylaid there with talking about stuff like that. But yeah, so this is the first vlog since my post TFNation vlog that I uploaded to this channel. So this is my first one, so I haven't actually had a sit-down conversation or done anything of this nature since I uploaded that video, since I got home. But obviously today's my last day of my week off after coming home, after getting back from TFN. So I'll go back to work tomorrow after being off, which is going to be lovely. Back to the road and race and all that. But like I say, I need to work in order to do these things that I plan to do throughout the year. So without that money that the job gives me each week, because I get paid weekly rather than monthly, which isn't too bad, I guess. It helps. It certainly does help. But yeah, but since I got home from TFNation, the Monday, the Monday of me getting home, the Monday evening actually, because my dad picked me up from Hull Interchange, or Hull Paragon Station as it's known, where the trains and the coach station is all there. And so my dad picked me up, and obviously I travelled home with Tony. Tony came back on the coach, Sonifestry 1. He came back with me, came home with me on the coach as originally intended, both going and coming home. But obviously Tony had alternative plans. He managed to get a lift going to Birmingham for TFNation, but then coming home, he managed to still have his return on the coach sorted out. So me and Tony travelled back home on the Monday. Got into Hull city centre for about got into Hull for about 7:30 in the evening. My dad picked us up. I ended up getting, and then I dropped Tony off on the way home. Got home, and then and I ended up basically got home for about 8 o'clock roughly on the evening. Had something to eat. Got a quick takeaway, and then he ended up coming down a little bit ill. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was something in relation to the weekend, like maybe he picked up a bug or something off someone. Apparently a few people since coming home haven't been feeling too good either. Quite a few people have been feeling quite either under the weather, either a cold or flu-like symptoms, or I think a couple of people ended up with COVID. Apparently, since coming home, apparently I've seen a few people putting COVID tests up. Apparently, it seems to. I think a few people might have picked up a bit of COVID and everything. I mean, I'm all clear. I'm fine. With the COVID side of it, but no, I ended up coming down with some sort of stomach infection, some sort of stomach bug. I think either that. It was either that. It was either that or the takeaway I had on the Monday night didn't agree with me. So I just ended up back and forth to the toilet. I just ended up back and forth to the toilet. I was being physically sick multiple times, and I was quite badly from the Monday evening right through to the Wednesday, right through to Wednesday just gone, and so I was about essentially like almost like 2 days straight of just back and forth to the toilet, not feeling good at all, and being physically sick and everything. It was awful, it really was. But then the Thursday I started to improve. My stomach didn't seem as bad. I was actually able to stomach little bits of food. I restricted the amount of food I was eating completely on purpose. I pretty much starved myself for like a day or two. Pretty much just eating quite light and just drinking a lot more water, in order to try and kind of flush out whatever was in my system, try and flush it out. And so doing that from the Thursday, I started feeling a little bit better. I wasn't going to the toilet anything like I was on the Monday evening, Tuesday and Wednesday. The Thursday, my stomach was feeling a lot better, and then coming into Friday, coming into the Friday, I was a hell of a lot better. I felt absolutely fantastic. Stomach had died down completely, not been sick anymore, and went for the weekly shop with my dad on the Friday because I was feeling a little bit better. So I ended up going and helping my dad get the weekly shop and that, and came home and then just kind of took it easy and just drinking more water still, and but yeah, it was fine. And then this weekend I felt a lot better again. Even now I'm feeling a lot better, which I'm happy with. I'm happy that I'm feeling better so that I can go back to work and don't have to take another day off ill, or that sort of thing. I don't really want to be taking too many sick days off if I can help it. It doesn't work. It's not very good in the long run. But no, so yeah. I wasn't feeling too good when I got home, really, for at least the first 2 days or so. 2 days I'd say. So yeah, from the Thursday I felt a lot better, a lot better, and then Friday, like I said, I ended up going out. I'm feeling a lot better enough to go out and get the weekly shop with my dad. And then yesterday, I think yesterday Saturday, basically the post-com blues started to hit me, because I've not really kind of been thinking too much about the coming home. I haven't really been thinking about it too much because I've been preoccupied with not being feeling too good. So my mind hasn't really been kind of registering the whole I'm back home now sort of thing, like the post-com blues as they call it. But I didn't really register it until last night. Not last night, Friday night. No, just give me a minute. I'm getting a bit mixed up with myself. No, Thursday is when I went for the weekly shop with my dad. Thursday I went for the weekly shop with my dad because I was feeling a little bit better. Friday, sorry. My dad, obviously, my dad's not here actually this weekend. He's gone to his girlfriend Jackie's for it's his turn to go to hers. So I've been pretty much been left to my own devices since Friday afternoon, which has been quite nice. I've been able to watch what I want to watch, and yeah, been able to do all that. But yeah, so basically Friday, sorry. I was I put up on Facebook a status on Facebook, and I said to myself, I basically said that I've basically, I think I've got the post-con blues basically, and I think it's safe to say I've got the post-con blues. I've just got no motivation at all. I'm looking through all my apps, my streaming services that I pay for, Amazon, Prime Video, Netflix, all that stuff. I'm looking and I just can't find anything to watch. Like, I wanted to just sit back and watch a film and relax, but for the life of me, I could not find anything to watch at all. And I was just in a bit of a rut with myself, and I was just kind of reflecting, thinking about the last weekend at TFNation and everything, and I started to kind of, I was, missing people and wishing I could see people more often. I wish I could. I kind of wish I didn't live too far away. I kind of wish that I didn't live in Hull. I kind of wish I lived somewhere a little bit more closer to people, like maybe Newcastle way or Doncaster way, or you know what I mean, like a bit closer to other people. I kind of wish I was a bit, a little bit closer to people, because Hull is too far away for a lot of people to come for a weekend or a meet up or anything. It's too far away for a lot of people, and it's too far for me to just go to like Birmingham or London way or whatever. It's too far for me to go up there just on an off chance. It's quite expensive. It can be quite expensive unless I go by National Express again or Megabus or something like that. Then I can save some cash when it comes to travelling. But in order for me to warrant to go to, say, a meet up in London, I would have to at least stay there for 2 or 3 days. And London is not cheap at all for hotels and accommodation and all that. And food and everything like that is a lot more expensive generally. So it's a lot more difficult for me to get to meetups and to see people because of how expensive it is going out further afield and London way and where a lot of people seem to be. But it would be nice if I could actually get to see people more than just once a year at TFN. But like I say, it's just not doable. It's just not possible, unfortunately, most of the time. So TFN is the only place where I can see everybody in one place. Well, not everybody. Not everybody goes to TFN every year, for whatever reason. Mostly because it's getting quite expensive now, I must admit. But I still enjoy it. I still love going, and it's my only chance really to see most of the people I've made friends with over the years with going to conventions. I do really enjoy it. I do really enjoy TFNation and everything about it. I really do. But yeah, I feel a little bit lethargic. Like I was saying on Friday, I felt a little bit lethargic, and I felt a little bit like absolutely no motivation whatsoever. I just couldn't be asked, and I just put that status up on Facebook, and I got a few people. I got Sammy, Dave, Smizno, and Emily, and a few people commented on it, and why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then Sammy said about why don't you go for a walk? And I thought to myself, it was a nice day. It was a nice day on Friday, and it was a nice day yesterday as well, Saturday, and it's been a lovely day. But this whole weekend's been quite nice and sunny, not bad at all weather-wise. So yeah, I ended up going for a nice little walk on Friday afternoon. I got up about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, had a bit of a sleep in, got up about 1 o'clock, did myself something to eat. I was basically looking for a film, couldn't find it, and then I did the status, and I was like, oh, you know what? And then Sammy said about why don't you just go for a walk? Because try and get yourself motivated that way, and just kind of take your mind off of it a little bit. Which so I thought, you know what? I haven't been for a walk down Hessel Foreshore, which is my usual place to go for a walk. I haven't gone for a walk down there for ages. Absolutely, and it has been ages as well. It's been a while since I've actually gone down there. I don't know why it's taken me so long to go down there, but it's just that it's been a while since I've gone around that area where I live. So I thought, yeah, sod it. Seeing as I haven't gone for a walk down there for a while, I'll go and do that. So I got my headphones, put my headphones on, tuned everything out around me, listened to some music as I was walking. Went down Hessel Foreshore, watched right along the bank there, the bank of the River Humber. Did a little bit of photography, which was nice to get back to some sort of creativity, because that's another thing I haven't done. I've kind of like slumped, not done much of, which is I do love my photography. I do like taking photos. So I did a little bit of photography, took a couple of pictures, and then I walked right down to the far end, and there's a pub called the Country Park Inn, or the Country Park, yeah, Country Park Inn basically. And so I went in there, had a couple pints, sat outside on one of the bench things, having a vape and everything, and just chilled out for an hour or so, having a couple drinks, and then had a walk back, got home. This was Saturday I did this walk, wasn't it? I'm getting my days mixed up. I apologise, people. My head's not in the right spot at all tonight. I'm getting mixed up with myself. No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday, because it was yesterday that I went for the walk, not Friday. I'm getting mixed up with myself. I apologise, people. Just, people watching this back, I aren't going to stop and start again. I'm just going to upload it as intended. People are going to be like, Jesus Christ, you trying to remember stuff. But, yeah, my mind's my mind's all over the place, to be quite honest, at the moment. Absolutely all over the place. But, anyway. But, yeah, so I went for this walk down to Hessel Foreshore. I did it on Saturday afternoon. Not Friday, it was Saturday afternoon, yesterday. So that's when I went for the walk and everything. I had a couple pints, come back. Got back about 5:30 in the evening, afternoon, evening, and then had a quick bite to eat. And then met up with Smithy for our usual Saturday night. So met up with Smithy. Went and met up at the Lidl, Lidl shop, and got something to eat to do on the night. Got some mixers and a bottle of rum to share, and all that, and then come back to Man, and then had a couple of drinks, had a laugh. Had the stuff we bought, we cooked and had something to eat. And he ended up sleeping the night because he couldn't get a taxi home, Smithy. So he ended up sleeping the night. And so coming today, and Smithy ended up going home at about 2:30 this afternoon, after sleeping the night. And Sam came round at about 1:00ish this afternoon, just before, about an hour or so before Smithy went. So that was quite nice. Just sat in the garden, having a vape, having a cup of tea. Nice day again today, and just chilled out, talking about TFN to Sam, and having a bit of a laugh with Sam and Smithy. So it was nice to have all three of us. Because, this is the thing, Sam doesn't come round very often on a Saturday night. Even though we do offer, we do invite him to come round. Every single weekend we always say, you're welcome to come and join us, but Sam has other plans, other things he wants to do on a Saturday, so he doesn't always come out, or he's not always available. So it ends up just being me and Smithy every Saturday night usually. Or if one of Smithy's mates comes round, either Steve or someone else Smithy knows, he might invite round now and again as well. But it's usually just me and Smithy ending up, because Sam doesn't always come round. But ended up, yeah. So Sam came this afternoon. He went home at about, what was it, about 5:30 this evening. He went over at 5:30, and then I've just been chilling out, watching a bit of anime since. Had something to eat and that, and now I'm just chilling out doing this vlog. So yeah, that's pretty much the running commentary of this past week, really, since getting home. So, but no, TFN 2023 was fantastic. Just to alliterate a little bit before I finish, it was a fantastic weekend. It really, really was. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. There was a couple of things that I did highlight in my post thoughts video on my other channel. Basically, there was a couple of things. Mostly the price increase on the bar was ridiculous this year, absolutely ridiculous. Literally, just going back like pre-COVID, the 2 years where COVID literally shut everything down. If you was to go back before all that stuff kicked off, the prices of the bar was still quite high, but it was manageable. It was okay. I could deal with it to a degree. But now it's gone up by nearly £3 per drink. If you're somebody like myself who does enjoy like a couple of beers, it is very expensive now. It's like £7.50 for a pint of beer, pint of Stella, or £6.50 for a pint of Beck's or whatever, or about £7.50 for a Guinness or whatever. It's very expensive on that bar now, and it got a lot of people down. It pissed a lot of people off, quite a few people off, to be honest. So a lot of people weren't drinking as much at all. They would try to pace themselves, otherwise all the money would just go through that bar before they even go into the dealer room on the Saturday and the Sunday. So, and the other thing that was a bit confusing was the guests. Some people were getting charged for both a selfie and autographs, and some people weren't getting charged for a selfie and autographs. It was like some people were getting charged, some people wasn't, even though you're supposed to be guaranteed 2 free autographs per guest. Basically everybody included in your TFNation ticket, you're supposed to get at least 1 or 2 things for free to get autographed. If you wanted to go and take something to get autographed, you will not get charged. It's covered, it's sorted, it's part of your ticket. That is how TFNation works. There's never really been a problem. There was a little slight issue last year with Gary Chalk, voice actor Gary Chalk, who played Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime and that. And basically, unfortunately, but that was a communication issue. He got confused, and once he found out, he was absolutely mortified. He and he thought, oh crap. So they made an announcement. The TFN crew made an announcement and said that obviously Gary Chalk is no longer going to be charging for any autographs whatsoever now. It's all been sorted out. It was just a bit of miscommunication. And so Gary ended up giving out, as an apology, he actually signed prints. He actually started giving out prints off his table for free to people as well, as an apology, because unfortunately he was charging, but that was sorted and amended. But this year it was almost like they had a mind of themselves. I understand you've got agents, there's agents behind these guests of honour. you go, if in order to book these people, it goes through their appearance managers or their manager, and they're the ones that sort it all out pretty much through, and also get in contact with the guest of honor themselves and all that. So usually, whatever guest it is, whether they're quite a high profile guest or whatever, you've got to understand is that sometimes the agent will actually intervene and will expect discharge, or will actually sort of say, right, this so and so will be happy to do so many free signatures, but after that they will have to charge. So there will be some sort of terms to getting that guest. I understand that to a degree, depending on what the guest is, but it goes against TFNation's policy a little bit when TFN or basically say that with your ticket you get your autographs covered. But this year the guests were charging for a selfie. I don't know if all three of them were, but I do know David Sabalov was apparently charging, because I do know a couple of people got charged by David Sabalov for a photograph, and then some people didn't. But he was charging people for autographs, even though we did get given a slip. When we went through registration, we got given a slip, of like a little paper slip for David Sabalov, and we had to show that to David, in order to not get charged for an autograph. That would guarantee us two free autographs. But apparently people were showing that and were still getting charged by David Sabalov. So I don't know what was going on. So I never actually got to meet Sue Blue, David Sabalov, or Jeremy Levy, the three voice actor guests of honour. I never went to their tables because, one, if I was to get charged by all three, I would not be able to afford it. I won't be able to afford it, and I certainly won't be able to have anything to eat. I would have no money left whatsoever because, it's ridiculous. I don't know what was going on. It was absolutely confusing as hell. Even though I do love TFNation, I don't think it was a problem on TFN's side. I don't think it was a mistake on TFN's side. I think it was something with the guests themselves. Even though TFNation, the TFNation crew would have actually have discussed this with the guests of how it works at TFNation, so that the guests of honour had an idea, but at the same time they have to honour obligations and terms and all this, that and the other with the guests as well. So you have to come some sort of common ground between in order to get guests as well, which I understand. But it's almost as if they literally had their own mindset, the guests this year, and some people got charged, some people didn't. And on that basis, I never met them, I never went up to them, I never got anything signed. So that was a little bit of a downer of the weekend, but other than that, I did enjoy myself. I bought some stuff, caught up with a load of nice people that I've met over the years, and that had a proper conversation with a few others that I've met over the years. It was great to see Jim, Monkey's NTV, as well. I forgot to mention this in my initial video on my TF Nosy channel, my post thoughts. I forgot to mention about Jim. But Jim, Monkey's NTV, he came down. It was literally the first time in 4 years. The last time he was at TFNation was, I think, 2018. I think that would have been, 2018 or something like that. So he hadn't been for 4 years, or something like that, something daft. And it was really great to see him and catch up with him and talk to him. I love Jim, Monkey's NTV. He's absolutely fantastic, absolutely lovely man, really lovely guy. So it was nice to see him. It was nice to see Alpha Prime 88, even though I've already done a shout out to him in the Minisul video, but I'll do another one now. But it was great to see Gareth and his lovely wife. It was fantastic to spend some time with him and actually have a proper conversation, because and a few other people, and people I've known for many years. But yeah, so that's why I love going to these conventions, because I absolutely love to just, love spending time with these people and meeting new people, and you know, it's a nice environment as well, because I feel I can be myself. I can express myself. I can happily talk about and be myself in regards to my hobby and my interests. When I'm not at TFNation, when I'm here, like in reality, in normal life, I feel I'm unable to kind of share that same happiness and unable to express myself as much with my hobby, as I feel I can do when I'm at TFN, because my dad doesn't share the same ideology as I do with my hobby. My dad is a little bit against me collecting in the first place, but my dad's a bit against me buying these things, toys and everything. He's against it. He doesn't like it. He wants me to get rid of them pretty much. He doesn't like me bringing any new ones in, and he pretty much just thinks it's a fucking eyesore. My bed. He thinks my bedroom's a complete fucking eyesore, and he keeps saying things like, he keeps saying things like, you can't move in your bedroom for everything. And I'm like, of course you can walk in my bedroom. You can walk in my bedroom. You can quite easily navigate around my bedroom. There's enough fucking floor space and everything. All my collection is up on shelves or in my glass detolf. There is no toys on the floor. There is nothing blocking to get in to my bedroom and out my bedroom. There is nothing blocking anything. Everything is up on shelves on display when it comes to my figures and everything. So there's nothing hindering anything. My dad's just been over dramatic. He's just been my dad. But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, my dad just doesn't understand it at all. Even though I know in my mind I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm not going to apologise for for being who I am and for the things I enjoy. I enjoy the things I enjoy, and that goes for anybody. Anybody, regardless of what it is, if you enjoy it, you fucking go for it and you fucking enjoy the hell out of it. Don't let anybody say otherwise, whether the family or a friend or whatever it is. End of the day, some people just won't understand it, just won't get it. End of the day, that's fine. Everyone's got their own mindset on everything in life. But end of the day, nobody has the right to make you feel that big for the things that you enjoy. Nobody has that right. So don't let anybody make you think otherwise, whatever it is when it comes to a hobby or an interest or whatever it is. You enjoy what you enjoy. There's no shame in it whatsoever. So I'm not going to shy away about my hobby. I'm actually quite vocal about it, to be quite honest with you. And I don't give a shit what people think about it, whether they're family or whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, life's too short to, life's way too short to be thinking about other people, and what they think about you and what they think about your hobbies. End of the day, enjoy your life while you've got it, while you've got your health, end of the day, I work, I go to work, earn money, and whatever I choose to spend my money on is my business, it's nobody else's, but that's my mindset on it. But anyway, so this is going to be me going now. This is probably the longest vlog I've ever done for a long time. So I'm not going to fucking edit it. It's uploaded. It's going to be uploaded as it is. Whether people watch this all the way through is another thing entirely. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching this very long-winded vlog. That originally was only going to be about 20 minutes, but it's now been nearly 50 minutes. But thank you ever so much for watching me whinge on for the past 50 minutes or so. But thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for your continuous support on the channel. I've noticed my videos Obviously my vlogs have been getting quite good numbers, viewership numbers again. You know, well, you know, so I'm quite happy. And my TFNosy channel, my main channel, I'm used to getting about 30 to 40, max of between 30 and 50 views per video, and I've been absolutely over the moon with those numbers. You know, end of the day, an audience is an audience. At the end of the day, if one person watches my video, I'm happy. I'm not one of these big egotistical YouTubers. If I get if I upload a video and I only get 5 people watching it, at least 5 people watched it and hopefully they enjoyed it. That's all I care about. But yeah. But I've noticed I've been getting pretty decent numbers on my main channel, and my vlogs aren't doing too bad either, really, for me. Yeah, I've been kind of instead of getting what I'm used to, about 30 to 50 views, I've been getting over 100 plus views per video, and in some cases about 200 or 300 views. In some videos I've done, which I'm very happy with. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting such a spike in views. I'm putting it down to my TFN related videos. I think a lot of people have discovered me through doing my videos that I do for TFNation each year. So I think a lot of my viewership and the reason why my videos have gone up, I think, is generally people. I don't know if the algorithm's been kind of showing my videos to people more. So I don't know if I'm getting a little bit of a bit of push from the algorithm again all of a sudden, or it's just one of those things. It's just a look of the draw sort of thing. I don't know. But I'm very happy that I'm getting better numbers. Very happy that I'm getting a nice dedicated audience again. Very happy indeed. So yeah, thank you ever so much for the support to all of you. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, so thank you for watching. I'm going to go now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening and then go to bed or whatever and start back at work again tomorrow. But thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos, more vlogs, more videos on both my channels very soon. So thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.